What's up, guys? 2007 Tahoe. Oh, girl. 255,000 miles on this thing. Got a fuel leak. Basically, we noticed it out of the blue a couple days ago. You can smell it like crazy right here, but we couldn't see anything dripping on the ground. There was nothing under the hood. So yeah, we drove it for a couple days, then put it in here to be fixed. First thing I did to locate this was check under the hood, obviously, because you don't want any fuel leaking or spraying under the hood, especially. Another thing we noticed was it took a couple extra cranks of the starter to start it, which clued me off. It's probably fuel pressure, which that kind of made me think it's probably not the cap or the spout. But after you check under the hood, the next thing I would check is your cap right here, and then get underneath the back and follow that spout. There's a long, like 2-inch spout that goes all the way, and it goes into the tank. And on this, at least, there was just a pipe clamp holding it into the tank. But yeah, I just located the leak on this one, and let's get underneath the car. I'll show you where it's at. All right, guys, I've got the Tahoe running. I'm up underneath it, and I'm just kind of been moving around the whole bottom of the vehicle. No gas dripping, but I can kind of see from the bottom of the tank, it looks like there's been some gas down here at some point. I can also hear the hum of what sounds like the fuel pump or something. So I'm coming over here, and as I get around to this side, you see right there, see a little bit of wetness coming off the corner of the tank. And then if you move over here and look up in there, you see that misting? That just tells me either the sending unit's rusted through or a line's rusted through, something on top of the tank. So I am indeed gonna have to shut this thing off and drop the tank. And you can see that big rusted area. That's where one of the straps used to mount to. Completely rusted out, no strap here. So it looks like this mount isn't in horrible shape. So hopefully I can get this bolt out, get this tank down, and then I'm able to still put it back up. So I don't know, it should be fun. But at least we found the leak. Okay, guys, this is what I was worried about. This bolt right here, it looked like it was in decent shape, and the hanger and stuff, the mount wasn't rusted out. The bolt did loosen up and thread a little bit, but then it just twisted. I don't know if there's a nut that's welded on the back of that with threads or what, and it's just all gone and just spinning. But I've tried everything. I've put the impact on it. I put screwdrivers and pry bars and put pressure on that strap and try to get that bolt to come back out, and it absolutely won't. So, pain in the butt. I think at this point, I'm just gonna take a cutoff wheel and just cut that right there. I have to be careful, stay away from the tank. Or I can cut it up here, but I don't know if I can get the cutoff wheel up here very easily or not. So I'll probably just cut back here by the bolt. Wish me luck. All right, so I just took the grinder and cut that, and The strap is off here. The tank fell down a couple inches to rest, I guess, against this. It didn't fall down on top of me or anything like that. I'm trying now to get this strap. There it is. Alright. Yeah, there's the strap completely off. The whole tank is just kind of sitting here now. Okay, it disconnected this line right here. Just got some blue tabs you push together. Now, I probably should have disconnected all the fuel lines and any sensors and stuff first, but the tank can't go anywhere. Even if you drop the straps, it sits in the front of this piece. It's not going to fall to the floor. So now I'm going to move to the back. I don't see anything else up here, so I'm going to move to the back and see if I can start getting some of those connections removed. All right, well, guys, I got it off. I skipped some stuff in the back because I was really frustrated and by myself and really not even room to move in there besides film. But basically, I did this, you know, the wrong way from the way you should do it. You should disconnect everything and then take the straps off. But I knew I didn't have much fuel in this, and I thought I could mostly hold it. What I ended up doing was it only had a front strap on it, so I took the front strap. I had to cut it off. You guys saw all that. And once I did that, I was able to let the back end sag a little bit, and it was putting some stress on these hoses. There was, for the most part at the beginning, the main fuel spout hose, which is right here, that was holding it, so it wasn't a big deal because there's not really any fuel. I recommend getting all the fuel out of it before you do something like this by yourself. But once I just had a pipe clamp holding this on, once I got this unattached, that's when I really ran into problems because it sagged even more. And then I had to try to get this unattached, which was bending at a weird angle, and I was afraid it was going to break. So I had to put the floor jack under there, lift this up, take some tension off the tank, and I was able to wiggle this off. And there was this vent line, like evap line right here. But the biggest problem was this one and this one, because they were up really high going to, I guess this is an evap canister. They were going up to it, and they were up really high. I got this one. This other one, I couldn't even hardly see it. Now, I think I have my jack stands too close together in the back. I think the best way, if I was going to do this again, I'd take the spare tire off and come at this from the back, but that wasn't really an option now. So what I did was take out the 2 bolts that hold on this whole evap canister, and I just brought the whole thing down, and I laid it on top of the tank, and it's actually been in the hose right there, so I need to fix that now before that gets ruined. Okay, I finally got that off there. I had to do it in a hurry because the line was getting pinched. I could barely get this removed sitting out here in the light off the car. I don't think I ever could have got it removed on the car up in the dark. What a pain in the butt. Does anybody know if I can just delete this system or not? I'd love to just take that off there. Maybe somebody can let me know. But yeah, so it took me about 2 hours probably to get that off by myself. Now that I know what I'm doing, or if I wouldn't have had that bolt that was rusted in place, I could probably do it way faster now. But yeah, we got her done. Just some random pieces sitting around here. Now the dread starts though, because I got to go in and look up prices, to buy this fuel sending unit there that goes in the tank, get all that swapped, and then figure out, what the heck I can buy, some type of aftermarket strap that's a weld on or something, to get this fuel tank back up in its position. It's gonna be fun. All right. It was very obvious that the leak was coming here from the fuel pump somewhere. Not sure exactly where, but
while I was trying to get all this off, I knew I was gonna have a time, probably never get these clips out. So I just grabbed these rusty outlets and just pulled them a couple times and they just snapped off. So all this was just in really, really rough shape. All right, well, this is part one. I'll link part two down there in the bottom in the description when it's done. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Suffer through this with me.